She was reading for Ribsat as well. She was like reading with me, weren't you?
There we go.
She's a Ribsat cat. Hi everyone, Miranda here. So yes, this video sadly marks the end of Ribsat round 6. Ribsat round 6 wasn't as big as last round. We got around 150 people to 200 people doing it this time, but it was still just so motivating and just such a delight to host, because everyone, especially on Twitter, because it's like a Twitter orientated marathon, was on, they were supporting each other, tweeting, and it was just so much fun to be in the moment with all you guys. So thank you so much to everyone that joined in. It was really fun and I highly enjoyed it. People were smashing their reading goals and that's what we love to hear. Marnie's Sweets read the most. I think she read 11 books during Ribsat in like 8 days. That's just like unbelievable. I can't even do that. So, you know, big congratulations to her and just everyone for completing your reading goals, giving it a go and just jumping into a lot of the sprints that, you know, we were hosting. The highlights of this marathon, which I just loved, we had some lovely photos yet again coming in on Instagram that we were sharing on Twitter, which were beautiful. Like some were really like looked like professional photography. It was really awesome. Term Ribsatters got invented. That is now the term for a person doing Ribsat. You're a Ribsatter. I used it, then Little Booker used it, then Jess is now using it for the Goodreads group, which I'm talking about now. There is now a group on Goodreads, thanks to Jess. It's called the Reading Ribsatters, and this is a group that anyone can join. Basically, it's like a tribute to Ribsat. Marathon ends, it's not on for another 3 months. You kind of start to miss the people that you're doing it with because you meet new people in the marathon. So in this Goodreads group, we'll be hosting a monthly poll or a book to read during that month. We'll be doing live shows, discussions, and all that cool stuff in there. Previously just started a discussion talk and it's just basically introduce yourself. We'll also be hosting sprints as well to get that book of the month read. So keep following on Twitter because I think the sprints will end up being on there and a lot of the stuff from the Goodreads page will be tweeted on there. So keep following at Ribsat15 on Twitter for more news. Ribsat fun does continue and I'll leave the link to that page down below, so make sure to go join it. I'd also very much love to thank Elena. She created a Tumblr page for Ribsat, which I'm not on Tumblr. I know nothing about Tumblr, so I left it up to her. And she was, you know, posting some of the things that were happening from Twitter on Tumblr. So thank you so much for starting that and keep it up there because we'll definitely be using it in round 7 and rounds to come. So thank you so much for creating that. Next, before I tell you what I read, I'd love to thank the lovely hosts that helped to make this readathon possible and just helped me out so much with everything. First of all, I have to thank Naomi. She is just a sprinting queen and I just love her on sprints. She's just so positive and so amazing, and every single time there's Ribsat she always jumps into it, you know, with open arms. So thank you so much Naomi for yet again helping host a Ribsat marathon. I'd also like to thank Michaela. This was her first time hosting a marathon and she did a fantastic job, even though, you know, sometimes she couldn't read as much as possible. She was really supportive and every single time she was on she left a mark. So thank you so much Michaela. I'd like to thank Sebastian. He was brilliant. I really enjoyed his sprints and his little updates. It was just really funny to read every single time I was on Twitter. Thank you so much Sebastian for helping host. And I would also like to thank Katrina over at Little Booker. Even though you didn't get much time to read, thank you so much for jumping in and just saying I'll help host it, and you were fantastic when you were on and hosting sprints and you really got people motivated, so thank you so much. Unfortunately Lainey wasn't able to help host this round because a lot of stuff was going on, but hopefully you'll see all those people again as I have asked them to come back for round 7, plus Lainey, plus also Jess is joining in on a hosting panel for round 7, and I'm going to talk to JB Book Lover as well because she was interested, and hopefully Gary comes back from his travels. I'd like to yet again thank the hosting panel. It was so lovely. The way the sprints were coordinated, how there was always mainly someone online, was just really good. That's actually one of the highlights of this round. I felt it flowed a lot better than in previous rounds because there was always someone on and always someone, you know, to retweet the tweets and kind of get behind the people. So thank you so much. Okay, so what did I read for Ribsat round 6? Well, it was a bit of a busy week. I had uni going on, so I was mainly hosting sprints in class and sometimes I didn't even get to read during the sprints, but I was just hosting them. What I can say is that I read 3 books during RibSat, which I'm really proud of. Originally I was like, read these 3, and then I had like Warm Bodies, and then I had Afterworld, and then Summoning and Awakening. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get up to there, I'm gonna be...
No, that doesn't happen when you have assignments, just trust me.
First of all, I started off with Rebel. I just love the art behind this book. Look at this. Look at that. When you're reading it, it's just such cool book art. I just love the book art. I love this book. It's really good. I love the plot. It's just so interesting and so engaging. And then I was like, yeah, you know what? Because I hadn't read River. I hadn't read this book. So I'm like, oh, this is the perfect chance because they're next to each other on my bookshelf. I'm gonna read this book. And the second one was okay-ish. I like the first one better for some weird reason. And then I also dived into my last read for RibSat, and that was More Than This by Patrick Ness. The book that cost me $30 in the bookstore because of its hardcover, but who can go past this? That's just wicked. I had read in the past, but I'd read bits of it, and now I finally got to read the whole thing. People were like, oh, how did you enjoy it? What were your thoughts on it? Just like, it wasn't like, it's not the best read. I'm not exactly all there for it. He writes really well, but I wouldn't say it's my absolute favourite. Those are the books that I read during RibSat. What did you read? Comment down below. I know what a lot of you read, so some people were reading really awesome books. Okay, so that basically wraps up my wrap-up video. Once again, I'd love to thank everyone that joined, whether it was on YouTube, whether it was on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Just thank you so much to everyone that gave RibSat a go. I really hope from the bottom of my heart that you enjoyed it because we had such a fun time bringing it to you. I hope you got your reading goals read, and hey, even if you didn't get as many books as you want to have read, that's fine. You know, it's not a race, it's just purely for fun, and I hope we supported you, and I hope that we kind of got you reading because that's what it's all about. Remember to follow the Goodreads group because we'll be doing a lot of stuff on there post RibSat till the next round of RibSat. The next round of RibSat, I'm not revealing the dates yet, but what I can say is that the next round of RibSat will be in January. So that was the last round for the year, and we'll start in January again with round 7, which is very exciting, and I'll be contacting all hosts shortly for that round. And just make sure to keep following the Twitter page because a lot of updates will be on there. I am Miranda, thank you so much for watching. Yeah.